A multi-millionaire guru told me how to make millions, and it might have been just some of the best advice I've ever received. One of the most difficult things on this planet is actually having the ability and know-how to generate money and wealth. Why do some people make it in life and some don't? What separates those who try just as hard as everyone else, who are just as smart as everyone else, but seem to not make it anyway? Why is becoming wealthy so elusive? I knew for sure that I didn't have the answers, and the only way to get clear on this direction is to get these answers from somebody who has already been there and done that. So I hired a millionaire guru to coach me on what is wealth and how to generate it. Now, I think the online world has turned into a place of fake gurus and fake experts. So what I did was actually really vet this person to make sure that this person actually knows what they are talking about. The first piece of advice they gave me was to create shortcuts in my life. Don't go the long way around things. Learn from those who failed before me. Life's too short to reinvent the wheel. Sir Isaac Newton came up with the formula for gravity, and he was inspired to come up with this answer from people before him. Now imagine that we didn't have any of this knowledge to hand and we all had to come up with the formula for gravity. It would be impossible to do so. Most of us wouldn't understand it, but instead of doing that, we should build off the shoulders of giants and remember the people that have come before us and have learned and succeeded and made mistakes, and from there built something great, and using what they've taught us, we build something great. That's the first lesson. Don't spend your whole life reinventing the wheel. Instead, use what other people have done and learn from them. Piece of advice number 2. It's not all about working hard. Let's take two people for example. A person in a supermarket stacking shelves versus Jeff Bezos, who's running a multi-billion-dollar company. Who do you think's working harder? Well, it could actually be either one of them, except one person is being paid minimum wage and the other person has a net worth of 192 billion. Hard work isn't the only thing that you need to get there. When I worked in the restaurant and hospitality industry, I used to work my butt off. I used to stay up all night, finish my shift late, go to bed for 2 hours, and then get back up to go back to work. I hardly had a life. I was working 70 to 80 hours a week. And when I wasn't in work, I was thinking about work. Now, was I paid fairly for my hard work in comparison to Jeff Bezos, in comparison to Elon Musk? Absolutely not. Even if these guys were working twice as hard as me, which would have been quite hard to do with the hours in the week, they still would have made my yearly salary probably per hour. Which brings us to the main takeaway from this piece of advice. You need to solve problems which bring value to the world, and the value that you bring will be paid in fairness. A person in a supermarket isn't being paid as much as Elon Musk and will never be paid as much as Elon Musk. But also, a person in a supermarket wouldn't be able to do the job that Elon Musk does. He wouldn't be able to send a rocket to space as well. Question yourself, what problems are you actually solving right now that if you were fired tomorrow, or if your business stopped tomorrow, another person couldn't just come in and immediately replicate what you are doing. Piece of advice number 3. Start a service-based business if you have no money. And the reason why a service-based business works is because you can go and serve other people or other consumers or other businesses, and you don't have to put any money down. The only thing that you have to do is trade your skills for money. So good examples of service-based businesses are copywriting, are helping people with lead generation, helping people improve their websites, increasing a business's SEO in their online presence. Each of the things I've just listed, you don't need any money for. All you have to do is just read online, take a little bit of time to improve your skills before then you know enough to go and offer it to another business to actually say, hey, look, I can help you with this issue. I actually know a little bit about this. And that is the cheapest and best way to start generating income. And how you go from zero to making a substantial amount of money. Think back to piece of advice number 2. You're actually bringing value to people, to businesses, to consumers as well, because you're bringing your expertise. Piece of advice number 4. Learn what motivates you and don't be ashamed of it. Some people are motivated by money. Arnold Schwarzenegger is documented in his book. He was motivated by the opposite sex and chasing women. Elon Musk is motivated by being the best. Likewise is Jeff Bezos. Have a look back at your life and look where you have accomplished massive feats and taken massive action, and then reverse engineer it and figure out what motivated you and inspired you to take that massive action. Was it the idea of living a free life, having security? Was it the idea of having more money? Was it the idea of having a better friend network? Was it because you just wanted to win? Be really, really honest with yourself. After studying high performance and working with people on high performance for a few years, I learned that a lot of people's individual motivations get shamed. You shouldn't be motivated by chasing girls. You shouldn't be motivated by trying to get as much money as you can. You're a woman. You shouldn't be in a leadership position. And so inevitably, the once motivated person tries to correct this thing which doesn't need to be corrected in themselves. And they go through with trying to become enlightened. They go through with trying to meditate their self away. They start listening more to the opinions of others. No one knows you as well as you know yourself. Don't feel like you have to live your life by other people's standards. It's a losing game that I see far too many people play. And as this millionaire mentor guru told me, if you want to amass wealth, you have to know exactly how your inner psychology works and what motivates you, what gets you going, what gets you personally out of bed. Piece of advice number 5, never learn to be helpless. Everything is within your control, and the only way things are going to change for you is if you make the decision to change them yourself. And there was a study done by a positivity psychologist called Martin Seligman, and he showed that you can actually learn to be helpless if you have been punished and beaten down by life just enough. So what this means is if you are in a situation which is unpleasant and you have learned to become helpless, you might have full control and the ability to change the circumstances of your unpleasant situation, but you just don't believe you do. So you just don't attempt to change your circumstances. Now, the point of me telling you this is things could have happened to you throughout your life that have made you feel helpless. If something bad's going on for you right now, always look at your environment, try to be as objective as possible, and ask yourself, am I really helpless here? Can I actually do something to change my situation right now? Now, there's a lot of controversy around gurus, around people who can, teach you how to become wealthy and sell you the dream. I think a house isn't built with one brick. And if you can get a particular guru and learn just one thing from them, paid or unpaid, then the experience was totally worth it. And for me personally, learning those 5 things from this online multi-millionaire guru, it was honestly worth it. So if you start going out into life and thinking, hey, what can I actually learn from this person? 99% of the stuff might not actually apply to you. Even if you don't like this person or have something against this person, think to yourself, is there just one thing that I can learn from them which will actually take your life a little bit further? Because that's exactly what I did. Hey guys, Lally here. I hope you really enjoyed this video. And if you've got this far, I take it you did. Please leave a like on the video because it helps me so much and helps me get shown to more and more people. I want to make this channel as helpful as possible to like entrepreneurs, business owners, and people who are, maybe just starting out and don't know where to turn. So if you want to see more content like this and you really liked this, I appreciate this was a completely different style than I usually do. Please subscribe and you will be able to see more of my content in the future. Have a fantastic day and see you in the next one.